Greetings and welcome. This is the AFOL champ, that's adult fan of Lego champion, here with another review video for you. This is of a significantly larger set. This is set 10264, the Corner Garage. This is one of the creator expert sets. This is the first one I've ever done. So this was quite the build. Again, very new to me. I'd never had a set even remotely this large before. It was 2,569 pieces. It's 3 floors tall. But let's take a look at everything that it comes with. So we can start with the minifigs here. In this first set of 3, we've got the 2 mechanics. You know, it is called the Corner Garage. As you can see, there's 2 mechanics. The one to the left is a female. She has some dirt on her face. The top piece has the dual molded with the ponytail. She also does have an alternate face on the back there. You can see the second guy, second mechanic, appears to be a little older. This third person, the directions suggest that this person is the one that is riding the aqua colored Vespa or scooter. I don't know, it could be someone that lives up on the top apartment. It could be someone taking their car in. It could also be someone taking their vet or their pet to the vet. So, you know, there's lots of things that person could be doing. If we look to the second set of 3 here, we have the vet, Dr. Jones. We have the little girl. Again, the directions suggest that she is taking her pet to the vet. However, again, she could be, you know, just someone passing by. She could be someone living in the top apartment. Although I guess when we look at the top apartment, it'll probably show that she's probably not living there, but we'll get to that in a bit. And then there's the very last guy. And again, this isn't anyone in particular. He's unnamed. The directions show him as living in the top apartment, but he could be, again, you know, someone taking their pet to the vet. He could be someone who's, there's no reason he couldn't be driving the scooter or you know, having a car that, or something that, you know, a customer of the garage. So if we look at some of the smaller builds, the first one is the very simple little just aqua or light blue colored Vespa. Oh, I don't know why it doesn't want to stand up for me there. Again, very easy build. The yellow headlight, which kind of annoys me, but it is there. It does come with a little black helmet for whoever is driving it. I get the impression that this is supposed to be the vehicle that gets in an accident and needs to come to the garage. That doesn't really make sense, but it's still nice to have. I haven't seen that before a ton with that color. The other build here, small build, is the tow truck for the garage. If you look at it, it is a little more than 6 wide across. Again, it's 6 wide plus the fenders there, so maybe 6.5, 7 studs total. It's relatively easy to put a minifig in there. The top just comes off, you just put them in. The top, the doors do open, although that's not going to help you get a minifig in there. What I found particularly cool about it is on the back you have the ability to actually, like a working hook. So that does go up and down. This has a little bit of movement to it. However, like this is just solid. You can also attach a car with the chain, although attaching it, that's a pretty short chain. Pretty short chain to attach anything. So that is the tow truck. Now on for the main build. Let me get some of this stuff off here. Now we're going to start at the top, even though in the building process you obviously start at the bottom. I just you know, it's easier to deconstruct it. So the roof is pretty pretty straightforward, pretty basic. You have a little area for sunning yourself or laying out on the roof. You have a little small flower bed. You do have roof access through this hatch here. I had never seen this type of doors before, and there are stairs that go directly down to the next floor. Like all the modular buildings, it is, or I think all the modular buildings, it is attached, but just by a couple of studs. You can see that whole roof was only held on by 1, 2, 3, 4 studs. This top floor here is an apartment. I really liked this. I'm just gonna get the negative parts out of the way first though. I did not like that you just walk up, there's no doorway into the apartment. You could have even put a doorway at the bottom of the middle floor, and they just didn't. So that's kind of annoying. Also, again, if I want to nitpick, the bathroom here, it has a toilet in it, no shower, so there's nowhere to shower in here, and the sink is outside the door, so that doorknob is probably pretty disgusting. Also, there's windows into the bathroom, so that's a little different. I certainly don't have bathroom doors with windows, but maybe that's just me. If you look into it, the kitchen here, I like that they use the red and the blue to indicate hot and cold. I like the little white and black for the salt and pepper shakers. Then you have the pan on the stove. The stove, well, the oven part does open up. This is always oh, that opened up much easier than it normally has in the past. And you have some cookies in a tray. Again, if I want to nitpick, I've never had a brown tray to bake on, but that's just me. Maybe my experiences are different from everyone else. You got the cutlery there, but then again, nowhere to actually eat. I have a couch. You can see out the windows. The TV, I really liked that TV build. It's like an old-fashioned TV. They just used the picture, like a framed picture, to make a TV. I thought that looked really cool. I could probably use some spare pieces to put down on the bottom, like they're little knobs. But I thought that was really cool. And then looking down, there is a little bed. I put the dog on the bed. There's a little bed in the actual bed area here. Then if you look on the wall, you have a record, which I guess, I don't know if it's an actual record that's on the wall. There's supposed to be a poster. And then a little, like a model semi, which I believe has been used in the advent calendars before as a toy. Looking at the, apartment itself, it is kind of odd that there's no walls, but adding walls would also, it'd add quite a bit of complexity, and it'd really reduce the space. So I understand why they didn't do walls. So moving down to the second floor, or the middle floor, here they did do walls, which I thought was very impressive, because not only is all of this very tough to design, I assume, on the angle, since Lego is a predominantly like 90-degree building material. Now you have one at a 45-degree there. Then you have another 45-degree one coming off of a second 45-degree one. So I was very impressed with that. Again, just to get the negatives out of the way, again, there's no doors. Like, this stair goes directly up to that apartment from the waiting room here. There's no door into the waiting room outside of the one that's on the very exit of the entrance or exit of the building there. You have a little mini balcony here. It's nice that you can technically put a little minifigure right there. However, getting the door to close is a bit of a challenge, because there's not a doorknob on that side. It's only on that side. So you have to take the whole top floor off in order to get that closed back up again. Looking through the waiting room, you have a couch and a chair, You have a parrot just sitting there on a perch, a coffee mug there on the table, and a little plant. It's very hard to see. Maybe if I can get in there. But there is an aquarium built into the wall. You can kind of see the orange fish just stuck in there. That was, again, an impressive build. I don't know that you can really see it very well, but it was an impressive build. Here, this kind of shows you the problem. You can push the door in, but trying to get it closed from the outside is an issue. Then there's a door into the actual vet's office. When you look at the vet's office, he's got a fairly cool little desk in the back here. That lamp is pretty fragile, but it makes a cool desk. You got a newspaper, coffee mug, and some mail there on his desk. You've got a, I don't know, habitat for a frog there, along with some like food and medicine there, a dog treat next to it. And then you have an examination table. This one happens to have a rabbit on it. Again, I could put the dog up there, but the directions called for the rabbit. And then you just have his working area where he has a scissors, a needle, and a microscope. So that is the second floor of the whole thing. So I'll take that off. Again, that is only connected by 1, 2, 3, 4 studs. If we're going to look into the first floor here, there is no, like the tan there that you are seeing is the base plate. Again, if I want to quickly get the negatives out of the way, it would have been nice if there would have been a wall right here. Just, these are the floor, these are the steps up to the second floor, up to the vet's office in the apartment. And it appears that you could just literally fall into the mechanics area. So that's not great. I really liked, it's kind of dark there, but I really liked that tool bench. Again, you get the little roller skate wheels, like the wheels to roll it around, even though it does attach via studs in there. You've got the machine to put tires onto wheels, the back door there. This part I found very cool, although it doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. If you would bring a car in, this is supposed to be the lift, and I'm supposed to be able to push this in. If you look at the back area here, you've got like an oil drum, classic octane colors down there. I don't know, I assume it's a garbage can, but if you push that in, it's supposed to press underneath and push this up. Now, if I kind of help it get started, it does that, and you can push it in, and it certainly locks it in, and that holds the car up nicely, like it's actually truly being worked on. And then again, if we look kind of just at the back here, you have some displays, probably some oil cans, and a tire next to an old-fashioned cash register, and it looks like they're getting paid because there's the $100 bill. If we just look back at the front of the building, there's a brick-built tree. That looks nice, although putting it together, some of the leaves I felt like were under stress. You have the door up to the vet's office, which you can tell because it's got that little paw print thing there, although the vet's office also had it used as what appeared to be a dog treat. So it also goes to the apartment, so that'd be a weird way to mark going up to the apartment. I always enjoy a good pun, so you have Joe's Garage, by accident we meet. I really liked that. Looking at the first floor exterior, the whole thing is also with the green and red and white. You're in the classic octane colors. You have a printed octane piece there. There are no stickers in this at all. Everything has been printed. The stuff on the walls in those top 2 floors, the Joe's Garage sign here, the octane sign there, the sign on the window for Dr. Jones's vet or animal care, that's all printed, no stickers. When we look at the gas pump here, we have a little squeegee for cleaning windows. It's actually a ice skate on one of these like handle pieces. And then the pump for the hose is actually a whip with a flashlight at the end for a nozzle. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then if you look over here at the garage door, if you look over here on the side, you have a cart and then some, I assume it's like a sales display. What looks like a tire actually can be used to roll the garage door up and down. And again, I found that very, very cool. It doesn't, again, if I want to nitpick, it doesn't quite go to the bottom there, but I'm sure that's, you know, that's just the sad reality of dealing with a children's toy and being an adult man with my own expectations. If I put the whole thing back together, so if I put, let me gather everything up here. Second floor back on there. And then the third floor. And then the roof. Some of the architecture things that either just caught my attention. It does kind of bug me that this isn't lined up exactly in the center. I don't know that it would be possible if you would put this canopy in the middle, then all of a sudden I don't think it'd be possible to have it at an angle and still be and still work. But that means that the driveway to the gas pump is not symmetrical. You have 10 studs wide on the left side, only 8 studs wide on the right. And that means like when you try to get a vehicle in there, it struggles to get in this side, where on the other side, there's plenty of space. The sign for the garage door over here, that's not printed or anything, it's just an actual tool, you know, stuck on the front there. I found these bay windows to be, the design to be very interesting. It's an interesting looking design where you have, I believe those are train windshields. It's definitely some sort of vehicle windshield on their side right here. And then you just flip it the other way to go right there. And that's how they did both of those windows. I believe these little pieces here are all new pieces. But other than that, the outside of the build looks pretty impressive. If you look at the back, isn't going to be necessarily impressive. I don't know that it's supposed to be impressive. What I guess impressed me about the back is that you didn't have like random colors showing through from the interior builds. Like this looks like the outside of a building. Like you have the painted first floor, again in octane colors, and then you have actual like exterior wall colors. You don't have like random blues or greens or anything like that showing through. So like I said, this was my first Creator Expert build. I really enjoyed it. I did get it for, it was full price, so it was roughly $200, which was also the most I had ever paid for a Lego, or for a Lego set. And I thought it was definitely worth it. I would give this, again, it's not perfect. Like I said, I've found plenty to nitpick, but I would certainly give it probably an A-, B+ if I were to grade this. This was certainly worth the time and effort to build. I've got an idea of how to use this in a display. I think if I create like a Lego city, this would be, you know, the first real building. I enjoy the builds where it looks like something is actually real, which or that actually exists in real life. The Creator Expert line is a lot of that, but this certainly does. This looks like something out of the 1950s or so. Other than that, like I said, I really enjoyed this. The price to part ratio is good. Again, for over 2,500 pieces at $200, you're well under 10 cents per piece. the size really just kind of shocked me here. I was not prepared for a Lego building to be this tall. You know, I haven't built these before. Maybe it's not overly tall compared to some of the other ones, but I was really impressed. I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you agree, disagree, any of your thoughts. Feel free to, again, hit like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you again or see you again later.